So we're in the hayfield today, taking a look at cutting the field and trying to get a good even cut and not have streaking issues. As you can see in this hayfield that wasn't cut too long ago, and we did have some problems with streaking that occurred here. What are some of the causes of that? Well, it could be that in the field we're in, conditions are such that we can't run as fast as we may like to. Sometimes the ground is too rough, and if our cutter suspension's not set correctly, that cutter can jump up and down, causing some uneven cuts. Or it could be that we're just running too fast for the crop. And in that case, we would want to slow down our ground speed and allow that cutter to have a chance to make a good, even, clean cut. Also, if the crop is thin, as sometimes is the case in the summer, we may need to slow down our PTO speed. So we're actually slowing down the turn of the cutter, the speed of the cutter, so that we can get a good, clean cut through some thin crops. So we've talked about some of the operational things to consider when we take a look at our hayfield that's maybe got some uneven cuts or some streaking in it. Let's also talk about what's going on with the cutter. First of all, it's important to recognize that our blades are on correctly and that they're turning in the right direction. On this Vermeer TM1210, our blades have arrows that mark the direction of travel. So we want to make sure that blade is mounted so that it matches the direction of travel of the cutter unit. Otherwise, we'll have a dull blade cutting edge rather than the sharp cutting edge turning in the right direction. Also, we want to make sure our blades are in good condition and that they're not worn or dull, because that won't help our cut either. So another possible solution for uneven cutting or maybe streaking in your hayfield is to change to the cut height of your machine. On this Vermeer TM1210, we do that by rotating this collar that's got a series of holes in it to either move the cutter bar further forward, pitching it forward, or we can actually rotate it backwards as well if we want the cutting height to be taller. In either case, that's a solution to think about if you're experiencing uneven cuts or streaking in your hayfield. So we're talking about issues that may come up as we're cutting our hayfield, and we notice that there's some uneven cutting going on, maybe some streaking. We talked about the fact that maybe we're running too fast. Maybe it's a field that's really rough and we just need to slow down. It could be that the crop is thin, and in that case, maybe we need to slow down the PTO speed or the operational speed of the cutter. Also, we took a look at some of the things that might happen on the cutter itself. Are our blades on correctly? Are they traveling in the right direction? Are they in good shape, or do we need to replace them and put sharp blades on? We also talked about our cutting height and how that can clean up the cut as well. It could be that we have to sacrifice a shorter cut, but in the turn we get a cleaner cut.